boys and girls, welcome to Friday Night Blast. I hope you guys are doing well. Tonight we have another great science experiment for you. Today we're going to take vinegar and baking soda and combine the two for some different experiments. I know that in the past we've done some experiments with vinegar and baking soda, and what we have is this sodium bicarbonate is what this is called, and we have this acidic acid that we have, and when we combine the two, if we remember, we get carbon dioxide. There's a gas that produces. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a little bit of what the reaction is right here with this jar, and then we're going to show some different experiments when it happens, when we start putting those two chemicals in a closed-in space and start trapping that gas and see what happens. But so what we're going to do first, we're going to take some baking soda. We're just going to kind of dump it in this glass jar. And then what we're going to do is just take the vinegar, maybe. Oh, got to open it for the first time. There we go. There we go. That's good. Then we're going to take the vinegar and pour it in. And we have that reaction. We have all that fizzing and reaction. We've seen that before. Many times we've done that. We've done that. You can do volcanoes and different things. So you have that reaction of that carbon dioxide forming, and it makes all those bubbles. Now, so we have that process. Now, what we're going to do now is we're just going to take just a little clear bottle, and we're going to pour a little baking soda in there. And so now this was a big container. This was a big wide open container. We saw that things would happen. Now we just take a little bit and put it in there, and then we take our vinegar and pour it in there as well. And what happens is, boom, it comes up and out because it's contained, and the pressure is coming up and out of the container. Now what happens if we take like this little kid? You guys won't know what these are. Your parents might know what these are. Your grandparents will definitely know what this is. But this is a film canister. It's what we used to use when we took pictures. And there would be a piece of film in there that you would put in your camera and go have it developed. We don't really use these more because we have digital cameras. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of vinegar and put it in this, and then put the cap on it, and then see what happens with this cap, okay? So we're going to come right back. I'm going to get all that together, and we're going to come right back to that. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken a little piece of Kleenex and put baking soda inside of it, shoved it inside of here, and what I'm going to do next, I'm going to pour some vinegar inside the cap, or inside the capsule, put the cap on it, shake it up, and we'll see what we got. Wow! That was pretty quick. And it only took me 14 tries to do so. But we got it. That was awesome. Do you see? And it was pretty quick. But we'll put it on slow-mo so you can see it happening right now. Wasn't that cool in slow motion? I couldn't even see it in live time. It just exploded. So now what happens, what we have there is we have the reaction of the baking soda and the vinegar. That reaction is forming at a fast rate carbon dioxide. And so when we have that in a container that's locked, there's that pressure, and so there's got to be release because there's gas being produced, and so that gas wants to release, and so because this is a weak spot, it pops, and then it made that fly up in the air. Now, here's where we're going to amp it up. Because it's Friday Night Blast, we got to make things a little bigger and a little bit more exciting. We're going to take this 2-liter bottle, and you see I have pencils on it. So you might say, well, why do you have pencils on it? Because we're going to do this. And so what we're going to do is the same concept. We're going to have this tube here full of baking soda. We're going to put the rocket, we're going to fill with vinegar. We're going to insert the tube, lock it in, and then set it right and make sure it's all good. Shake it, put it down, and then we'll see what we can do But we're not doing that inside. We're going to take it outside. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this vinegar inside the 2 liter, take the tube, put it inside here, lock it in, and see what happens outside. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I got the vinegar already in the bottle, and I got the baking soda here in this paper towel. We're going to try it this way, okay? So we're going to stick this down inside here slowly, see what we can do without it unloading in there. Okay, let me get this thing on here, get it on there really tight, give it a good shake. On here, get it on there really tight, give it a good shake. Wasn't that awesome? Those things took off very, very, very high. We did it actually. We did about 3 or 4 different ones, and they were just amazing to watch shoot up. And so, it's building a rocket made me think about the heavens and what God has created. And this is what it says in Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 6. He says, you alone are the Lord. You have made the heavens, the heavens with all their hosts, and the earth, all that is on it, the seas and all that is in them. You give life to all of them, and the heavenly hosts bow down before you. You know, when we look at this rocket, it might not go as high as a NASA rocket, but you think about how far these rockets that we've went to the moon and people have been in space and how far they have gone, but yet they have not touched the expanse of what God has created and how wonderfully He created them. And there in Nehemiah talks about how wonderful it is that what He created, not only in the heavens, but everything that's on the earth, everything that's in the sea, everything that has life, He created it. And what I want you to remember, guys, in the sight of rockets and technology and all that is cool that God has made, He has made you as His very own. That you are a special creation designed by your God, and He loves you dearly. I hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you next time on Friday Night Blast. See ya. Miss ya. Bye.